All right, guys. Okay. Here's your girl, Akachi, aka I am Lucy. And earlier today, my blessed children helped me put together our greenhouse. So I have our greenhouse situated on the balcony. I chose the balcony versus putting it inside the home because it's already warm here. When you're talking about temperature zones and growing, you want to make sure you check what zone you're in so you know how to use your greenhouse. So greenhouses are typically used in the States or anywhere in the West. Let me flip around here and see if I can't flip it around. Okay, so typically greenhouses are used in the West to keep frost out, also bugs and different things like that. So it has a zipper here, so I just unzip it. But we don't have a frost issue here. It's my little gardening chair I got from Walmart. It has a whole little kit to it, the little gardening shears and everything with it. Has everything you need, including with this little folding collapsible chair. Like the chair literally folds, so you can be out there in your garden. You can have your bag under here with all your tools and everything you need there, so you can be close to the ground. So I've moved everything to the greenhouse. I am literally standing inside of the greenhouse. I bought this off of Walmart for about $60. I think it was Walmart. Walmart has it, but I think Amazon has it as well. And it was about $60. I did a bunch of reviews on all the greenhouses, and I saw that this one was pretty cool. The only thing that they said that like around the edges, it may start to wear and tear and things like that, but we don't have the wind and the snow and things like that that they have in the States. So I will do a review of this greenhouse on YouTube and how it holds up in a zone 10. So I'm considered, Ghana is considered a zone 10. I made that synopsis based on them saying zone 10 is like the hottest climate. So a lot of the grow guides that I'm using are pertaining to the West, about planting things before you get to the snow and frost and things like that. Well, we don't have that issue here. So everything we're growing is going to grow no matter when we plant it. So these are the same plants that I showed you guys the other day. This is my basil. Let me tell you which basil. It is basil C. I put basil C on my marker. I have to look for the whole scientific name, but it's one particular type of basil. Not sure which one, if it's the one that we buy from McCormick in the store or not. My broccoli, I planted this broccoli a couple of days ago. It said 7 to 14 days in our climate in the States, but here it is 3 days and it's popped up already. I think also I have spinach. I don't know if you guys can see that little green right there. My spinach is popping up. And these are the Cracker Jack marigolds that I showed you guys on the last video. I am growing marigolds. I think that is grass, just something random, just popping out of the soil because it's so fertile. But I'm growing marigolds because marigolds are very good bug repellents and rodent repellents when it comes to your garden. A lot of people plant marigolds in between their tomatoes and their watermelons and things like that. Whatever you're planting, put marigolds in between because it keeps ants and pests and critters away from your garden. So this is echinacea. I planted this echinacea into one of these seed potlings, and if you saw my last video, I told you guys that the seed potlings are really not doing as well as I thought. Again, I got these from the United States. The lighter dirt you see on top is the African soil. So I had to use the African soil to put on top to fill in the little hole that was inside the seed potlings. So these I have planted here. I have lemongrass, rosemary, kiwi, lavender, and citronella. So It goes in the rows like this. I have lemongrass here, rosemary here, kiwi here, lavender, and citronella. So I planted these maybe about 10 to 12 days ago, and I'm still not seeing. Oh, we have one here. This would be kiwi. So I do have kiwi sprouting there, but I also planted citronella. Where's my citronella? When I planted this citronella, this was a week. Look at this one. Oh, this is all African soil here. This is my citronella. Just I have written there, citronella. Bug repellent, mosquito repellent. That's why I'm growing it. That popped up in like 3 days. Even has a little blade of grass over there, like popping up in 3 days. These citronellas I planted a little bit over a week ago. So the seed said 7 to 14 days for it to sprout, but it's amazing that they're sprouting that quick in the African soil. These are the ones that I showed you last time. We have a couple of more popping up. That's where I removed the basil and I replanted it here. So you can see the original pod, the seedling pod soil here that I've mixed in with all African soil. This little guy right here kind of fell over. The soil was too moist. I really shouldn't have moved it because the soil was a bit moist, but I needed to get them because I accidentally dropped so many seeds into that podling. I really wanted to move them so they can have the root space that they need so they can flourish. So we'll see what happens with this little guy. I heard him snap when I moved it, so we'll see if the African soil can mend him and bring him back together. I move these things around so much, I completely forgot who this little guy is right here. It'll come to me later, but it's still no action there. But I do have a few things, popping here in the seed pollings that I bought from the States. Again, I planted these maybe about 10 days ago. And so we'll be moving this one once it gets a bit bigger, and this one as well. This one really has popped up today. Like, there are days that you see nothing and then you'll come back later on and then it's just like bam. So we've got a little action on this little guy here too. So we'll just wait and see. It's Africa. But what I'm really proud of is my watermelon. So I've moved my watermelon from, if you guys remember, I had them in these white fabric pots. And so these are all fabric pots that I'm using. Oh, there's a nice little bug in there. Hey, guy. Hope you're gonna, make things good in there. I'm not sure if I need to remove you or if you're good to stay. Apparently you might be good, because if you're in there, you were already in the soil anyway. So I'm not sure. The fact that I don't have any fruit growing on here right now, I'm really not concerned about that little guy crawling around in there. He had to have been already on the soil, because literally about an hour ago, I just replanted this watermelon. But I mean, these are 3-gallon pots that I have here. This is my favorite one because it's just jumped right on up. I mean, it's really getting tall. I mean, this guy's really getting big. And I just went ahead and moved this little guy too. So I only planted 3 watermelon seeds. And this little guy is like really like coming on up. He was the last one to pop up. I didn't think he was going to pop up, but he did. But this one was the first one to say, bam, I'm here. I'm going to produce for you. I love you. And I love you too, little guy. So I moved them to 3-gallon pots so they can get bigger. I was afraid to put them directly onto the land, being this small, because I mean, things are just growing so big on the land, just weeds and everything. And every time we de-weed and clear the land, it just keeps growing back up like crazy. So I wanted to get them some more growth on them before I actually put them in the ground so they can start spreading and budding me some good crimson sweet watermelon. That's what they're called. They're called crimson sweet watermelon. So Again, 3-gallon fabric pots. Didn't cost me much. I got them from Walmart. I think I got 5 of them for like $10. Fabric pots are much cheaper than the regular pots, and they're easy to transport if you plan on bringing them with you from the States. So like I said, I'm inside the greenhouse, and oh, my little guy's over here. So I forgot about my little guys over here. So I planted some strawberries. I had a real hard time finding strawberry seeds at this time of year. Really, strawberry seeds are not bought as seeds, they're bought as roots. But they were all sold out of roots, so I bought the seeds. And when I did my research, I have Alexandria and Alpine strawberries, which are the really small ones, like the berry size small ones. But I think I had something pop up over here. Also planted cilantro, so I can make my own pico de gallo. I can't find it right now, but I had saw something earlier. There it is. There it is. My Alpine strawberry. That little guy right there. So I'm not sure if it's a weed or if it's actually a strawberry seed. I did put my seeds in the middle. If anybody's saying, well, you would know if it's in the middle or not. Well, I've had some stuff pop out on the side, so just not sure which way to grow. So again, I have plenty of space to like put more here. I could put more pots on the bottom. I'm putting the heavier pots on the bottom to hold the greenhouse down, because you're supposed to anchor it down, but I have it tied and I have it tucked because I don't want any bugs or anything to get in there. But if we had this outside on the land, then you would see, I've got a bunch of ants. These little guys. See, these little guys I want to keep out of there. I'm gonna keep you little guys out of there. So if you had it in your yard or on the ground, then you would want to anchor it like a tent so the wind won't blow it. It's very lightweight. It didn't take long to put together. It's really good size. So again, I paid maybe about $65 for it off of either Amazon or Walmart. They both have it. I just can't remember which one I use right now. But thanks you guys for watching, and I'll be back with another video. Peace.